Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rasyid Ridha. Today I'm going to talk about discourse and society. So the first thing is the language as local and social practice. So basically, what I understand about this is we use human has many identities. So because of, for example, like a student who also a man, who also a son, a friend, and what else? A boyfriend, a girl, something like that. A date, something like that. So one person can have many identities. So according to that identities, we use the language differently for each identities that we have. So if I am talking as a student, I usually use formal language and use more polite tone. When I talk to my friend, I use informal language and casual tone. So what's the influence of this? So the influence we talk is depend on the context. The context such as with who we talking to, what place what the situation, the settings that we talking, the informal and the topic what we talk. The topic is also important because some topic need more seriousness and some other and just casual talk. So that's what I understand about language and language as social practice. So the next is discourse and gender. For what I understand about discourse and gender is socially construct. So gender is different from sex. So those I realized that till this day. I thought it's the same thing, but it's different. So gender is social construct. So gender we see from what they do, not what they have. So basically, like a routine, like we talk. How to explain this? Like gender is a construct how we act in the society, how we do what we do in the if we have talking like man, like for example, like how. So basically, like gender is decided for what we do. So the next thing is I found out is when we talking, we also reveal our gender and sexuality. So for the first is the difference between gender and sexuality. Gender is the social construct that we depend on what we do, and the sexuality is the inner desire of human, the desire. So for what I read and understand, when we using the language, we subtly, indirectly showing our sexuality and the gender. So the next is because when we talk, we show how we talk, our tone, our gesture, or something like that. Maybe that was is reveal ourselves. Okay, the next is gender can be performative. The interesting example in the book is the phone. So in the book they say that all of worker is heterosexual women, but I think there are also a man pretending to a woman because they able to manage their accent, the dialect, the voice. So the gender can be performative. So what I mean is performative is like Performative is like using in the context, like in this case, in this situation, we use this so it's depending on context. The next is discourse identity. As we know, a person can have many identities. So the identities that the thing that influence is like uh, space, performance, and I forgot the. So basically, when we human has many identities or persona or something like that. So when at this situation they use this identity, the persona, it's kind of similar at the first, I think. Yeah, it's kind of similar, but the point is, as many identities, so they use it according to what situation they have, the space, the topic, the performance, and what I found. Next is identities can be performative. Like performative is like temporary. Like we use this kind of identity in just in this case, and after that we leave it. So it's kind of can be temporary, I guess. So that's what I understand. So the next is language is not. When we using language, we reveal ourselves, right? So it's not only we speak, but we in writing. Sorry. So when we writing, we also show our identity. Even though it is academical writing. How? Because there is a like self self H booster self speak. I kind of forgot, but so things like that. So like engagement also, like questions, directives. So to be honest, I kind of don't understand about these things. So also in the identities, well, human in the modern era they have online persona or identities. So in online identities, people can be pretend to be whatever they want. So Asian woman can pretend to be a Caucasian man in online, because basically with online they showed what they inner desire. So because online is what they call anonymity, so because of that people can freely show what they desire, what they want in life, what their true self, something like that. So I think uh, discourse and ideology in writing, there is, for what I understand, there is no neutral. There must be value that, like, not, there must be a value or ideology in that. So neutral is non-existent, for what I understand. So how we see this, analyze this ideology, for what I understand, we checking the bias, finding the presupposition, the framing, backgrounding, and foregrounding. So that, oh yeah, usually the ideology is in the text, the written form. So what else? I think that's it, and many things that I don't understand yet, and many things I still don't understand. I hope my understanding getting better in the class discussion. So today that is my level of understanding. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.